Why'd you put a turbo on it?
No real rhyme or reason for a turbo, just kind of went for it.
Chip, tell them about the tank, what you did with the tank configuration, because that's pretty unique also.
The tank isn't a Road King tank, it's the actual Road Glide tank. We cut the insides in for clearance for your legs for when you're on, so you're not sitting like this. We didn't want any squared edges, so we did all rounded corners, all radius to everything. Aftermarket Speedo, Road King dash.
Love the floorboards.
Thank you, sir.
Love the floorboards, man.
That was a last minute touch.
Great size.
Literally last minute, the last thing to go on the bike, the hardest thing to get on the bike, because we, when you make something and don't fit it,
yeah,
and then put it on, and you're like, well, it doesn't fit. Now we must refit it to fit. Yeah.
Jimmy, tell us about your oil cooler, because I need one of those for my bike.
That's the Mikey Edition oil cooler. You're gonna get the first one. It's a lot more rose, but it's actually 1.5 inches thick instead of the 1/2-inch stock one. Because more oil coolers work better when it goes through the cooler longer, not as wide as they are. We did buy a lot of stuff from Harley. We bought the fender, the rocker boxes, the cam covers, the whole CVO section, the bags. A lot of this stuff was out of the Screaming Eagle book.
Okay, so that's all Screaming Eagle.
Tell me what
that's
this module is right here.
You can see the whole bike inside that thing.
Oh, nice.
And so what that does is it lets you set up different heights. Like when you come to a stoplight, it'll just dump it all the way down. So you just come to a stop and it'll just set way down. And then when you take off, it just...
We started out with the 2019 Road Glide Special as well. We got into a little more performance-oriented stuff. I mean, as everybody else, but that's like a lot of the idea behind the build itself. We did the 124 kit in the motor, 658 cams in there, the Öhlins front and rear, and then try to keep it low-key and not too noticeable. You know what I mean? Where you look at it and then you take a second glance and then really realize what it is. Integrated a lot of Baja designs for the lighting and everything like that.
The feel I get from this bike, it's very Demolition Derby, almost Mad Max-ish, like your Demolition Derby car. It's really cool. You guys did a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
2019 Sport Glide. Just wanted to go lightweight, something modern, something aggressive, performance, sport, agile. Threw some these rims are like our billet versions of the FXR Sturgis wheel. Tried to tie that in, some old stuff, some new stuff. It's got an FXDR tank. It's got a fat bob rear fender, and it's got like an 06 Dyna fender on it. Tie in some original Harley metal.
Your little mini fairing and your swing arm pull it together.
Right.
It actually makes it work. Thank you. Good job.
Basically just salvaged the motor, transmission, and the frame, and everything else we just kind of tossed off to the side and started with something new. Just tried to shave as much weight as possible, keep it light, and we actually carbureted it too. It's the second carbureted one that we've done as far as the fat bobs go.
So if you had to, could you still unbolt this tail section, put the stock back on, no problem?
Yep, it's completely modular.
That's
so nothing's been cut or tweaked on the frame. It's 6 bolts and this whole subframe and tail comes off. The tank is stock mounts. Yeah, I can go right back to stock if I wanted to.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Very cool.